How do you actually get your first 10,000 clicks from Pinterest? This is a big milestone for most people, and honestly, once you hit 10K, which is more than 330 clicks every single day on average, everything becomes easier. Out of my experience, once you reach that level, it's just much easier to scale up to 20K, up to 30K. But the problem is at the beginning when you are getting like 0, 5 or 10 clicks per day. So in this video, I want to tell you how long it may potentially take you, what actually matters, and at the end of the video, I will give you very simple steps you can take today to start moving forward to that 10K per month goal. But of course, before I start, I want to invite you to my private community called Pin Lions. If you want me to have a look on your Pinterest account and tell you what you can potentially do better, well, you can do it inside of the community. On top of that, you can connect with more than 170 people and you can get access to all my workflows, prompts, custom tools, WordPress plugins, Chrome extensions. There's a lot of cool stuff inside. So if you want to be a part of all of that, the link is in the description. You know what to do. Okay, let's start with something very important. Every Pinterest account grows differently. There is no universal timeline. There is no like after 45 days, you should get 200 clicks. It doesn't work like that. It just depends on your niche, on your pin designs, on the keyword research. It depends on the quality of your titles and descriptions as well. And honestly, it even depends on timing because some keywords trend at specific times of the year. And if you start at the wrong moment, you'll just grow slower. So I'm going to show you some of my stats, but honestly, you don't have to compare your stats to mine because honestly, every account is different. This is my oldest Pinterest account and it actually took me more than 6 months to actually reach that level. I'm talking about 10K clicks per month. Because as you can see in May, in June, in July, I was getting only a few clicks per day. I'm going to be honest, I was not that consistent and I didn't really know what I was doing. But somewhere around here, I started using pin clicks. I focused on the right keyword research and then everything started growing. So that's a very interesting case study because as you can see, it took off very rapidly. In a matter of 2 months, this account went from 164 clicks per day up to 2.8K clicks in a single day. But what matters the most is the fact that during that period, since May up to November, nothing really was happening. So it takes time before you actually get to that level. But on some accounts, of course, you can do it much faster. So this is a second Pinterest account, mainly a food niche. And right now I'm mixing home decor and food at the same time on that site. But as you can see, I started posting on the 10th of February and I reached more than 300 clicks per day, somewhere around mid-May. So, it took like 3 months to actually get to that level. And I think that for most people, it's actually a very realistic timeline, 3 or 4 months to actually build to that level, especially if you are in the food niche or home decor niche or fashion niche. These niches are very popular, so it's just easier to get traction if you are doing everything right, of course. In February, I also started my third Pinterest account, also the food niche. This one is mostly about desserts and stuff like that. And as you can see, no traction for the first 2 months, but then in May, it started getting like 300, 400 clicks every single day. So again, it took like 3 or 4 months to actually build to that level. And from what I remember, I was just posting up to 10 pins per day for the first month. And then once the first clicks started appearing, I just increased the volume and then I took it from there. So you've seen the stats, but like I said before, every account is different and it doesn't mean that it will take you 4 or 5 months to build to that level. Maybe it will actually be much faster. But I want to talk about the biggest issue that I see in my community and in a lot of comments under my videos. It's your volume. I mean, if you have 40 or 50 articles on your site and you are posting just 5 pins per day, well, you shouldn't be surprised that you are not growing. It is possible to grow on Pinterest with just 5 pins per day, but in my opinion, it's better to focus on a higher volume because more pins mean more keywords and more keywords mean more chances to rank. Obviously, you don't want to spam, but you do need to increase your volume. So if you are posting 5 pins per day, try 10. If you have 50 articles, try 100 because Pinterest likes if you are posting fresh URLs. So if you are serious about hitting these 10K clicks, I mean, it's all about your pace and your volume. Most people grow slowly simply because they are not doing enough. Now let's talk about the pin design, because if your pins are ugly, you are not going to get clicks. Pinterest is a visual platform, and people scroll fast. They click only when something catches their eye. That's why I recommend focusing on high quality images and big text. So these are some examples of pins that I'm personally posting on my accounts. As you can see, it's just a high quality image and then text at the top or at the bottom. It's nothing complicated, nothing fancy. It just has to look good and it has to be eye-catching. I know that there are a lot of people who like to do things manually and who like to create pins without AI, but personally, I'm not using Canva. It takes way too long to create pins manually, especially if you want to create a lot of pins at once. That's why I'm using my custom tool for creating pins. It is available inside of the Pin Lions community, so if you want to check it out, I already recorded a video about it. But you can use ideogram as well. I mean, AI saves time and the designs are actually good. There is nothing wrong with using AI pins. And if you want to grow fast, you need speed. You can't spend 20 minutes creating a single pin. You need to be able to produce dozens of pins per day without burning out. That's why I recommend using AI to create all of your pins. And of course, keyword research is everything. If you are not using pin clicks, this is pin clicks, you are honestly making your life much harder, because Pinterest is a search engine, and if you want clicks, Pinterest needs to understand what your pin is about. That's why the related interests or annotated interests from pin clicks are so valuable. Because let's say that you have a food blog and you created an article about the pumpkin soup. If you want to create the pin for that article, it is important to use the right keywords inside of your title and description. The most important part is to include some of these specific keywords inside of your titles and descriptions. You don't have to include all of them, just some of them, because if you include these specific terms, Pinterest will know what your pin is about. And when Pinterest knows what your pin is about, it knows where to assign it. It knows what your audience is. It basically knows where to put your pin on the platform. So this is super valuable information because you can do it with every single keyword that you are targeting on Pinterest. You just need to search for that keyword, find the related interests. You can see top performing pins related to that keyword, and you can see which annotated interests are associated with these specific pins. Honestly, it's super helpful and it's super useful. Okay, so let's put everything together into something actionable, something you can literally start today. So here's the plan. First, create more content. Just double your URLs. If you have 100 articles, try to aim for 200. If you have 200 articles, push it to 300. The more content you have, the faster you will grow, because the more fresh articles you will have and you will be able to target other keywords. Next, you have to increase your pin volume. If you are posting 5 pins per day, go to 10. If you are doing 10, go to 20. Don't skip days, because Pinterest rewards consistency more than anything else. Next, you have to improve your designs. If you are still using Canva for everything, it might slow you down, so switch to AI or faster tools so you can create more without sacrificing quality. I recommend ideogram. It creates amazing pins very fast. And of course, you have to use real keyword data. Every pin title and description should be optimized with data from pin clicks. That will help you massively. And I'm telling you, if you do these 4 things, more content, more pins, better designs, and proper keyword research, you will grow. Maybe not instantly, but it will happen, because every single Pinterest account that follows this formula eventually takes off. So that's what you can do to actually build your account up to 10K clicks per month. Of course, if you want me to help you more, if you want me to have a look on your Pinterest account or your niche site, well, we can connect inside of the Pin Lions community. The link is in the description. And apart from all of the good stuff, all of the templates, workflows, tools, all of that stuff, The most important thing is that you can connect with more than 170 people from all around the world. We are exchanging information. Everyone is growing on Pinterest. Some people have already pretty big accounts. So the amount of knowledge and progress that you can make if you surround yourself with these people is simply insane. I wish that there was something like that when I was starting out. So if you want to join us, you know what to do. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. And of course, I hope I'll see you in the next one. See you next time.